Another day, another stressful commute. Another day, another challenge for local businesses trying to serve customers. Another day, another ordeal for firefighters trying to get through the traffic bottleneck and treat the injured. This is the long-neglected Gorst Corridor in Kitsap County, a transportation artery vital to the region's economy and Navy installations. In this corridor, State Routes 3 and 16 connect, like a wishbone along the waters of Sinclair Inlet.
There's over 75,000 vehicles traveling per day at a high rate of speed.
As motorists approach the interchange, the 60 miles per hour speed limit quickly drops to 40 miles per hour. But locals say speeding is routine in an area full of retail services and sharp turns.
I think what we need to figure out is how to slow this traffic pattern down, because it is becoming a hazard to consumers and to the drivers.
Bremerton resident Eric Wise drives daily through Gorst to Tacoma.
It's scary. This year alone, since January, I've almost been hit 2 different times.
Over the past 5 years, along a mere 4 miles of roadway, Washington State Patrol has responded to 3,182 calls for service and tracked more than 650 collisions in Gorst.
You know it's chaotic when you look around and you can see car parts, pieces of cars just strewn all over from the amount of accidents that happen here.
Bumper-to-bumper traffic during peak hours is the norm. Kitsap Transit's worker-driver buses help take cars off the road, but they are stuck in traffic too, without the benefit of an HOV lane. Bottlenecks happen daily, backing up traffic for miles. For South Kitsap Fire and Rescue, the chaotic traffic in Gorst can double transport time to the county hospital in Silverdale.
So typically we have to part the seas with those 2 lanes, and one lane of traffic goes to the right, other one goes to the left. There just isn't any room. Again, it can be unsafe for us as responders and for the citizens trying to get out of the way in a reasonable time frame as well.
Some motorists bypass the gridlock using residential streets, like Sherman Heights Road, right in front of Tyler Miller's home.
It creates a safety issue, from my girls playing out in the yard to if there was an emergency, an ambulance or fire truck needed to get through, it would be very dangerous for them to travel on this road.
The fact is, the Gorst Corridor is a safety threat to vehicles, pedestrians, and bicyclists.
A lot of times people don't pay attention or they go too fast, and we've been on many accidents in my last 25 years through that corridor. It surely is a hazard to our citizens.
Horrible traffic congestion is bad enough, but rising sea levels and a natural disaster such as an earthquake are also threats to public safety and the economy of the entire Kitsap Peninsula. The highways here are a designated critical urban freight corridor. More than 10 million tons of freight is hauled by truck every year, with over 500 heavy truck trips per day on some segments. The efficient movement of people and freight through Gorst are of vital importance to large enterprises like Naval Base Kitsap, which has close to 34,000 military and civilian employees reporting daily to Navy facilities.
The Navy's importance to Kitsap cannot be overstated. It's a $4 billion economic engine.
Kitsap is home to some of the most important naval facilities in the world. Among its missions, Naval Base Kitsap has one of 2 strategic weapons facilities in the U.S., the only Pacific Nimitz-class carrier-capable dry dock, and the only West Coast dry docks for Ohio-class submarines.
And it needs reliable ground infrastructure in order to A, conduct its mission, and B, help respond in the event of a natural disaster. The only way on and off the Kitsap Peninsula primarily is through bridges to the south, bridges to the north, and water transportation to the east. There is one ground transportation corridor, and it's State Highway 3, and it runs right through Gorst.
Recognizing the vulnerability of the Kitsap Peninsula and of this corridor, folks in our community have formed the Gorst Coalition, seeking to get federal and state resources to address some of the long-neglected needs of our region.
It will take 20 years or longer to fix the Gorst traffic mess, but we must start now, rather than wait another day.
Folks in our region have been talking about this corridor for decades. Now we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to do something about it.
Let us come together and seize the generational opportunity. We can solve the traffic nightmare, protect our economy, and enhance our environment. Not some other day. Today. Join us.